Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Boys, it finally happened. It cost me over $2,000, but I finally picked up a tranny.
Excuse me?
No, like the transmission for a car. Well, I called up my good friends at Summit Racing. And you know what they had in stock? Right here in this box. FTI Level 4 Turbo 400 transmission with a reverse shift manual valve body. And a trans brake. So we'll dig it out of the box and I'll show you the rest of this crap behind me. Oh, good. A box inside a box. Oh. It's a cool magazine. That's heavy. So this may come as a surprise, but I don't know anything about transmissions. All I knew is I needed one that could handle the abuse that we were going to throw at it with the motor we're throwing in Meemaw. And this should do exactly that. And we got a whole table full of goodies to go along with this transmission. So what I'm going to pull you in here, show you the transmission up close, and I'll show you some of these goodies we got on the table behind me to go with it. Okay, so here is the business end. This is the passenger side. We've got feed and return lines for transcooler, which will be part of our radiator. These are AN fittings, which is nice. We'll make that easy. Here's our trans brake solenoid, which will hook to that shifter, which we'll get into in just a minute. And then our dipstick hole. Let's go ahead and install that. I like that real heavy-duty aluminum pan. That's nice. Our dipstick comes through this hole. I'm going to give you a lesson in buy once, cry once. So this is the first dipstick that I bought, and the reason I bought it is because it's steel braided. It looks nice. It's got this nice little handle here, and you know, it was like $40. So it just slides into this hole, and that's fine and well until you need to check your fluid, and you pull it out, and you go to put it back in. This piece of junk, the end is square. It's not rounded off at all, so it hits It hits in here. You can't put the friggin' dipstick junk. Speedway motors. Got this right here. It's not some chintzy little O-ring interference fit that can leak. And if I build up pressure in the transmission, it's just going to blow it out. Absolute garbage. I'll put a link in the description for the one not to buy and for this one, which maybe you should buy. Well, this is awesome. I just fiddling with this thing. Check this out. This comes loose from the actual dipstick itself, and then that is what this thing here is for. And that keeps dirt and stuff from getting down in your tranny. When you're ready to run, you just pull the plug out, put your dipstick in, you're done. "12 foot-pounds, apparently. So I referenced the shifter. I'll go ahead and show you that. Pretty sure that also came from Summit. You can buy it from just about anywhere. We're ready. We're ready to shift. So instructions are pretty clear. There's a spacer you need to buy to replace this little block here, this plate, to make it work for a 3-speed, which I reckon I'll do. So there's that. I did pick up a cover for this, so that shines it up a bit. Well, the only other thing that I've got on this table to talk to you about is in this box from Jegs, torque converter. Now, I had originally planned in this video to get this all set up in the transmission bolted to the motor. But the issue is, and some of you may have caught this, in the last video I put this crank spacer on the flex plate. Not required on this particular application, so I ditched that. Problem is, I cannot for the life of me find the correct length bolts that came with the flex plate that we installed in the last video. I can't bolt everything together until I find those bolts and get the flex plate torqued down to spec. I will put a link to this torque converter in the description, but it's got the 11.5-inch bolt pattern here. It's actually dual drilled. If you want to see the specs, it will be in a link in the description. And this was cheap, so I got 3 gallons of it. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. The only other thing I have that's remotely related is this little adapter, this little bracket that mounts on the back of the head and gives that dipstick tube for the transmission somewhere to mount besides the firewall. So I don't know if I'll use this or not, but I'll link it in the description. It is from ICT Billet. So that's it. Pretty soon these will be in the car. Looking forward to that. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video, do all the things, ring the bell. Whatever you do, don't be a jerk.